Hey everybody, welcome back to the Section Hikers. Well, today is February 22nd, 2026, and we are at the Great Bend National Park in Texas, in West Texas. Here's Kat, and we are actually on our way up to Emory Peak at the Big Bend National Park. It's the tallest peak in this park. But it's not the tallest peak in Texas. It's the tallest peak in Texas is Guadalupe Mountain, but this is, I think, second. How you doing?
Out of breath.
Good?
Yeah.
Nice hat. We drove down to Texas as a sort of a winter getaway. Stopped in Houston to see some family. Then stopped in San Antonio, spent a couple of days there, did some sightseeing. I'll post some pictures on the video. And then we drove out here to Big Bend. We got a nice hotel that, hotels in Big Bend, outside of Big Bend, are kind of scarce. So we got a really nice deal at this one hotel called the El Dorado Hotel. It's actually called the Ghost Town Hotel, but I think it used to be called the El Dorado Hotel. At any rate, we got a good deal on the price, and the accommodations are pretty good. So being out here, way out here in the desert, it's a decent hotel because it's so remote out here. And we're going to stay here for a couple of days, do a couple of trails here, see if we can summit Emory Peak. We got a 5.3 mile up to the top. We're about 1.2 already into the trail, so at 5.3 we'll get up to the top, and then it's a cakewalk going back down. Anyway, I will pick it up further down the trail. All right. Hey guys, I am back. Well, it was supposed to be 5.3, I think, all the way to the top. So far we are at 3.7 miles in, and according to a sign back there, we only have like a little less than a mile and a half to go to the peak. So we'll see how that works out. But so far it's been a nice trail, a lot of switchbacks. There are some camping spots that we just passed, like a little camping area that's developed. So a bunch of campers there getting ready to head down, but it's a nice area. Of course, you need permits to camp up here. Weather's nice. I think it's only like 50, a little over 50 degrees right now. So we started off with our jackets, and now we're down to our muscle shirts. Ooh. So it's a beautiful day, a lot of sunshine, Texas sunshine. And you know what I haven't seen though here in the park? Water. No water in this place. Bring your own water and bring extra water. It's very dry out here and very remote. So stick a case of water in your truck and you'll be okay. So at this point, I think I got about a mile, maybe a little less, a little over a mile to go to the peak. Going to give a little bit of history about this national park, Big Bend. It's called Big Bend because if you look at the border of Texas, on the west side there's a big bend in the border where it follows the Rio Grande. That's where it's at, and it's like, I don't know, maybe 6 hours south of El Paso, Texas. So that'd be another way of getting to this place. But we drove in from San Antonio, which was a pretty nice drive. Look at this view behind me. Beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, so we spent a couple of days in San Antonio, and then we started driving over here. There's the cat. They had a statue of a mountain lion in the visitor center. That thing was.
Hello, this is Cat.
Cat is here, and the cat in the visitor center was gigantic. I said, "There's no way the cats are this big here." He said, "No, that's just an idea of what it looks like, but enlarged." Anyway, I'm gonna flip the camera on so you can see this beautiful valley view that I'm looking at. Hang on. Look at that. Beautiful. I don't know where the mountain peak is at, but I'm guessing it's right up there. So we only got a mile left, maybe a little bit more than a mile. We came from over there, but way down below. So we started off at around, I'm going to say around 5,000 feet. And right now I am at 6947. So we're almost there, because I think the peak is at 7,700, something like that. All right, I will pick it up when we get to the top. Beautiful. We got beautiful weather for this hike. Hope you're having a great day. If not, make it one like we are. All right, signing off. Hey guys, I am back. Well, I just summited Mt Emory, and as you can see, that's the solar panel and the antennas that they have up here for emergency radio services. But from up here, boy, it's beautiful. I'll show you behind me over here. This is the second tallest mountain in Texas. Tallest mountain is the Guadalupe Peak. But let me flip it around, flip the camera around so you can see what's over there. It's pretty nice. Yeah, that's really nice, right? To think that all of this was underwater at one time. I can see some dust devils way over there. Some big dust devils. Cat decided to stay down there. This is a bit of a rock scramble. Not as bad as Katahdin or some of the other rock scrambles that we did, but it's pretty good. I don't know if you could make her out, but she's right down there in a white shirt. There she is.
Okay. We're almost there. We might as well make it to the rest of the way, right?
This is not bad.
All right. That view up there was really nice. Well, just to give you a perspective, that's where we started from, way down there. You can see that red roof. It's a visitor center. visitor center down there. So we came up about a little over 2,500 feet, like 2,800 feet, something like that. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
That looks like all nothing but green granite over there. All right. I will stop for now, pick it up later. Look at that raven or a crow flying around there. If only we had his wings.
I know. Would that be fun to jump off with those wings?
Yeah. Where are you guys from?
Near San Antonio.
Oh, okay. So fellow Texans.
Yeah. Where are you from?
I am actually born in Texas, but I was raised around the Chicago area. And we are back. Look at that view up there. Beautiful, huh? So I got a total of 10.24 miles.
We made it. We survived.
Round trip, 10.24 miles. We made it to the top. I summited Mt Emory. So now we're at the parking lot, getting ready to get into our vehicles and get back to our hotel because we are tired. This is our first long distance hike in quite a while, especially the climbing. But it's a great trip. If you get a chance to come out to West Texas, swing by, actually Southwest Texas, swing by Big Bend National Park, summit Mount Emory. So like I said, that's the second highest mountain in the state of Texas. Good workout. My quads got a good workout. And by the way, that's the ranger station over there. And they got a snack shop in there. All right, so I will end this video here. Thanks for watching. Caterpillar, any final words? Bring lots of water.
I want to go eat. You know, the trails are the same like we've done in the past on the PCT and other trails that we've done together with the family. So no difference.
Yeah, there was a difference.
It was you know, we had to go up, so it was
Some climbing involved for sure.
It was gradual. It wasn't steep.
Tiny bit of rock climbing too, but at
And
the top.
the trail was pretty well marked, so there's no problem there.
Yeah.
But as we all know, when it says 1.5 miles left, you're gonna go around 2 mountains, okay?
Yeah.
All right, that's all I need to say.
Great. Yeah, you know what I did? I took off my trekking pole because I had to go up the rock scramble, put it in my pack, in one of the pockets, and it fell right out. So that's why I never buy very expensive trekking poles. Keep them cheap if you tend to lose them like I do. All right, we will pick it up in the next video, guys. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Hey, everybody. Well, today is February 23rd. My son Eddie's birthday, so happy birthday, Eddie. But we are here still in the Big Bend National Park area, but we decided to walk down to the Rio Grand River because Big Bend Park actually borders the Rio Grande River in Mexico. So we're walking down to the river before we leave the park. But let me flip the camera around so you can see this canyon that the river cut from this sheer rock. All right, hang on. Yeah, so that's the canyon that the Rio Grand River cut over the millions of years it's been flowing through here. This wall, this brick wall here, I say brick, but it's rock, this big rock wall, this is all Mexico. From that, going that way is all Mexico. So yeah, you can see the river now, green water. And there actually is a company that rents out canoes and rubber rafts that you can rent out here and then float down the river for a way. You can see that they carved out a path going up there where people are climbing up to. Let's take a walk down there and see what it looks like.
This guy said there's a jabalina over there.
Oh, really?
Want to see it?
Jabalina.
It's sleeping under the tree.
Really?
Go that way, he said. There's a trail that way.
Well, you're not supposed to approach them. They're wild boars. They're wild
I know,
pigs.
He said they're just sleeping. Look at, you can put your feet in there.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the Rio Grande River.
That is so cool.
What an amazing canyon. Apparently there's a bridge over there, or maybe we can just walk across over there. Let's go take a look and see how we can get across. Because they got across and then they went up this way. And you can see people up there. There's a trail that goes back that way and you can see how sheer those cliffs are. We'll give it a try. So we'll pick it up in a bit once they get across the river. All right. Hey guys, I am back. So yeah, that's the crossing over there. We just crossed some stones and some logs over there. Came up back over there. And this is the trail here. Now we're across the river. And making our way to the canyon. Nice little shaded trail here, but there's nothing out here, so you're wide open unless you're like in this kind of a forested area. But outside of this, there's no cover. Luckily for today, I mean, it's sunny, but it's not oppressively hot. I think we're only like in the 60s. Nice little canopy giving us some shade. So they carved a path up into the canyon wall, so you can climb up and over, and you can look down into the canyon. You can see the sheer cliffs of the sheer walls of the canyon walls. That's what I'm talking about right now. We're coming into them now.
Look how high this is. It's stairs.
Yeah, look at this. This is where those people are.
Whoa.
Climbing
There's people climbing?
up there.
Oh.
Well, the stairs. They got little switchbacks. So let's go up there. I'll pick it up from up there. And we are back. So in front of me is this sheer wall here, but there's this huge block that fell from it. And I think this block actually came from this side here. It finally broke off after a while. Kind of like these guys over here. And it landed here. Can you imagine what it sounded like when this rock fell from up there? It must have been sounding like thunder and an earthquake. But that's a big block that just broke off. And there's a bunch of them up there that are ready to break off, it looks like. That's what the river did. Carved this whole thing out. But we are nearing the end of this trail that goes into the canyon. And again, this is the St. Elena Trail into the St. Elena Canyon here in Big Bend National Park. Geez, look at the size of this thing. It's like the size of a battleship. All right. And still the river flows back over there. This looks like bamboo, but I'm not sure if it's bamboo or not. All right, let's see if I can catch up to Kat and come up to the end of this trail, and we'll probably head out of here. We're going to try to get to El Paso today, spend the night there, and then start heading home. Look at how tall these grasses go. I don't think this is bamboo, it's just a tall grass. Anyway, I will end it here for now and we'll pick it up later. Alright, I'm back and finally found a way to the river. And there it is, way over there. Way on the Mexico side over there. Look at these sheer cliffs. Wow. That's amazing. Yeah, if you ever get to West Texas, make sure you make a trip out to Big Bend National Park. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. It reminds me of the Grand Canyon. Okay, pick it up later. Hey guys, I am back. And I just wanted to point out, looking back at that, those are called the Chizo Mountains back there. The Chizo Mountains. And that one little peak right there in the middle. Try to get this thing to focus. That one little peak right there, that is Emory Peak, Emory Mountain, and that's the tallest point, the second tallest point in Texas. So that's where I was at yesterday, and I think it's about 7,800 feet in elevation. Not super tall, but from up there you can see this whole area down here. It's unbelievable. You can't see the river, but I mean you could see a lot of this area here. Anyway, so yeah, that's Emory Peak. I'll end it here, but I think from here we're going to get going up north to El Paso. So it's a nice little side hike for today, and we will pick it up later. All right, thanks for watching.